welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about candle magic, okay? Before we jump into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you can post notifications on, give the video a thumbs up, okay? And don't forget to check the description box down below for the links to my other YouTube channels and all my social media. Let's go ahead and hop right into today's video. So girl, today we are going to be talking about candle magic. Okay, I love doing candle magic. I love candle magic. I've been doing it, honestly, my entire time on my spiritual journey. I've been on my spiritual journey for 3 years. And girl, when I was just like a few months in, I did my first like candle magic session. And ever since then, I've been doing candle magic. When I first started out, I was not like dressing my candles with like my oil and herbs and stuff, but now I do, girl. So we're gonna talk all about that. Okay, so first thing is, what is candle magic? Okay. Candle magic, I have some of my candles sitting right here. This is one of the candles, okay? Candle magic is literally using a candle like this. This is considered a 7-day candle. You can use a candle like this. This is considered a 3-day candle. And then they also have these like taper candles. You can use these as well. These are pretty much the main types of candles you'll use when you're doing candle magic, okay? Candle magic is really just setting your intentions on this candle. You can put oil on the candle. You can add herbs to the candle. You can write on this. So a lot of the times I will write on the candle horizontally the things that I'm manifesting, right? And then you'll go ahead, set your intention, you'll light the candle, you'll let it burn, right? You can meditate with your candle. And when you're doing this, you're really just adding power to your manifestation. Candle magic is witchcraft, okay? Like that's what it is, because literally you are using the candle. This is your fire, right? You're going to cleanse this. You're going to set your intentions on this. You're going to do your herbs, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to bring your manifestation to life, right? It's really just kind of like supercharging, superpowering, adding some extra energy to your manifestation and having a physical representation of what it is that you are manifesting at the time. That's really all magic is in general, is that when you're doing witchcraft, you're doing spells and stuff, it's just a physical thing, a physical something to look at in the 3D realm to say that that's where my intention is going. That's where my focus is going. I'm working on manifesting these things in my mind, and every time I look at this candle burning, it's a reminder of what it is that I'm working on, okay? So candle magic is literally just what it says. It's magic using candles. So if you have never done candle magic before and you want to get into it, the first thing that you want to do is obviously go buy your candles. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the different colors. So let's talk about, well, I've already shown you guys the 3 types, right? So 7-day candle, 3-day candle, taper candle. Okay, these are the main types of candles that we use in candle magic. I mostly use 7-day candles when I'm doing, well, most of the time. It really just depends. Honestly and truly, I've used all 3 for candle magic, but this is like my main one, right? These 7-day candles. These can cost you anywhere from like $1.50 up to like $5, depending on where you get them from. So a lot of the times you can go to grocery stores. Like Hispanic grocery stores tend to have a lot of candles, like Florida water, incense, all that kind of stuff. So check some of those locations before you go to like a regular spiritual store, because they'll probably be cheaper. These candles were $1.68. Whereas I have seen these same candles for almost $5 at some spiritual stores. So, you know, just check it out. But also it's like convenience, whatever it is, you know, that you can get to at the time. But let's go ahead and dive right into the colors. Yellow is the color of the solar plexus, but it's also the color of happiness. You want to focus on something. If you're looking to get like truth out of something, yellow is a great color to use. And like I already said, it's for the solar plexus as well. So if you're looking to align your chakras, you can burn a yellow candle for the solar plexus. I guess I could have went in like order of the chakras because we could have moved up, but the root chakra candle is going to be red. So red is the color of the root chakra, but red is also the color of like romance and passion and love. So if you're doing a love spell, use red. If you're looking to align your root chakra, also use red. If you're looking for like passion, fire, like that type of really strong, intense energy, use red. Now orange will be the next color. I am actually doing candle magic right now and I'm using my orange candle. So maybe I'll put a picture on the screen of the little orange candle that I have, but it literally looks just like this, but it's orange. Orange is for career. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra. I'm wearing orange today, sacral chakra activated, okay? Orange is the color of the sacral chakra. It's the color of creativity. It's the color of career and like work, success, and self-improvement. Orange is also a really good happy color as well. If you're doing any type of spell work, like trying to manifest a new job, trying to manifest success in your career, success in your business, use an orange candle. We have done root, we've done sacral, we've done solar plexus. Let's move up to green, which is the heart. This is our green candle. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. This should be used for, baby. Money. Money, 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 money. Okay, if you're doing any type of money spell, use a green candle. Trying to call in any type of money in any capacity, a green candle, okay? Now, green is also the color of the heart chakra. So if you're trying to work on healing your heart chakra, use a green candle. Green is also good for health and wellness as well. Let's go ahead and continue to move up the chakras. We now have blue. Blue is the color of the throat chakra. So if you're working on healing your throat chakra, use a blue candle. Blue is also the color of like relaxation, peace, also like a fresh start and new beginnings as well. So maybe you're trying to manifest like a move, or you're trying to manifest, you know, something that's basically like giving you a new beginning, or maybe you've just been like very stressed and you're trying to manifest just peace in your life. Use a blue candle. Now we're gonna go ahead and move up to the third eye. Now the color of the third eye is indigo. So I mean, you know, blue you can use as well. You could also use purple for your third eye if you're trying to work on that. Purple is the color of royalty, self-confidence, intuition. So that's gonna be a great time to use a purple candle. Crown chakra, the color of the crown chakra is purple and white. So you can definitely use a white candle for crown chakra activation, but you can use a white candle for anything, okay? So let's say you want to perform a spell and you want to do a career success spell, but you don't have an orange candle, but you have a white candle. You can use the white candle. The white candle is the universal candle, okay? So no matter what type of spell you're doing, a money spell, a love spell, a career success spell, a new beginnings, you're trying to manifest better health, whatever, you can use a white candle for absolutely anything. If you are trying to do a love spell, or you're also working on your heart chakra, you can use a pink candle. Pink is basically like, you know what pink is. Pink is like the lighter version of red, right? So think like friendships, right, are great for pink. Think like flirty, fun energy, right, with pink. Red, think like fiery, passionate, intense romance. I want to bind myself to you, like red. Okay, so that's how you can kind of go back and forth. If I'm trying to manifest like new friendships and like a fun social life, I'll use pink. If I'm trying to call in my divine soulmate, I'm gonna use red. You see? And this is our black candle. Now, black is going to be for protection, right? It's going to be for banishing spells as well. You want to get something away from you, want to protect yourself from something, use a black candle. Black is going to be used for anything to do with removing any type of negative energy. Let's go ahead and talk about the steps of candle magic if you actually like want to do some, right? If you don't already have an altar, you want to go ahead and cleanse the space that you're going to be working in. Clean it and cleanse it. So clean it with whatever regular cleaning products you would use to remove any dirt and stuff in the area. And then you want to go ahead and cleanse the space as well. Florida water, sage, Palo Santo, incense, all those things. Normally what I will do is just literally clean my area with whatever cleaning products. Then I'll usually just spray a little bit of Florida water. I burn an incense and I'll cleanse the space with a little bit of sage as well. I love to burn an incense anytime I'm doing spell work, whatever incense is related to what I'm working on. If you're doing a money spell, some cinnamon incense. If you're doing a love spell, you can use like Egyptian musk, et cetera, or like whatever you have. You can always use dragon's blood. I feel like dragon's blood is great because it's for protection. So like no matter what type of spell you're doing, you can always have a protection incense burn. You can look up all the meanings of the different types of incense and, you know, burn whatever you feel like goes with the spell that you're working on. I also love to play some type of frequency in the background. I'm working on a money spell, I'll play some root chakra frequency because root chakra is all about lack mindset, right? And we want to reprogram that and get rid of that and know that we deserve the money that we're asking for. So you can kind of like correlate it with that, or you can also just play, you know, some soft light music, but just some kind of frequency. I personally really enjoy doing that. The next thing that you're going to want to do is dress your candle. So you need to go ahead and get your herbs. You can look up what herbs go with what different types of spells, but if you're doing like a money spell, you definitely are going to want to incorporate some cinnamon. You could also incorporate some nutmeg for like good luck. If you're doing a love spell, it'll be like rose petals, and doing something for like peace, to relaxation, lavender. You know, like you can look up and see what exactly goes with what. I also like to normally add in some type of protection herb as well, protection herb, protection crystal, etc., right? I also forgot to mention something that I also do in the beginning before I even start playing with my herbs and stuff, is light a working candle. This is what I use as my working candle if I'm meditating or if I'm working, doing some type of spell work. This is cleansed. I've already set my intention, and all I need to do is light it, right? This is going to provide me with the energy that I need to go ahead and complete the spell. So once you get all your herbs together, you know what you want to use. You can kind of just, you can do them like this with your fingers, you know, just to get them like a little smaller. But a mortar and pestle is really great. If you don't have a mortar and pestle, think about getting one. You can put your herbs in that and, you know, use your pestle to just kind of grind it up. You want to go ahead and get your oil. Now, you're only going to be using oil if you end up using a candle like this. If you're doing a candle like this, you want to go ahead and apply your oil. You want to apply it like this, coming towards you, because you're bringing the money to you, or you're bringing the love or the peace or the health or whatever to you. So go ahead and put the oil on the candle. You can use olive oil. Olive oil is a universal oil. Now, there are lots of oils out there, and you can definitely expand your collection, you know, the more you get into your spell work and that type of stuff. When you're just getting started, go ahead and just use some olive oil, because you probably already have some in your cabinet. So grab that, and then you'll go ahead and sprinkle your herbs on it. Another thing that I did not mention is when you pick up these candles, look at the candle and make sure that the wick is in the middle, okay? As close to the middle as possible. If it's like off to the side here, leave that candle where it is and pick up a new one, because it's not gonna burn properly. Make sure that the wick is really centered so that you can get a really, really good read on the candle. Because what you're gonna be looking at for the candle to see, you know, how your spell really worked is going to be the color of the glass when you are done, okay? We're gonna get to that in just a minute, but I wanna talk about after you know, you got your herbs together, your oil if you need it, you want to write on your candle, okay? Now, you can write a letter, you can put that, you know, under the candle and set the candle on top, but you can also just literally write on your candle in Sharpie. Normally, I write in this direction. You want to make sure you write horizontally, because as the candle burns, you want to make sure, you know, like all of your intentions are like equally on the candle, you know? So write it on here, what it is exactly that you want. Normally I write from the bottom up. So I'll start writing here and I'll just write, you know, from left to right like this. So go ahead and write your intentions with Sharpie. Once you do that, put your herbs, and then you'll be ready to light your candle. Now, when you light your candle, make sure that you are actually setting your intentions, you're speaking it, you've written it out, you have your working candle going. Like, take time and meditate with your candle. Really get your intention on the candle and really have good focused energy. Now, as the candle burns, I'm not even gonna get into flame reading and all of that, but you can look at the flame if you have like a super high, tall, strong flame, that's good, right? A little bit of dancing with the flame is good as well. If it's super low, then it's probably not as strong. If it's like going everywhere, it might be a little bit too chaotic. So you can look up, you know, a little bit more detail about that. After the candle burns down completely, when you look at it, you want it to be clear. If the candle is not clear, it's off, okay? You have some type of blockage. Think black blockage, okay? Not candle, but like smog. If you have smog on the glass, that is black. You have a blockage, okay? So keep that in mind when you're looking at your candle and you're reading it to see what's going on. In fact, I'll tell you guys, when I first got into my spiritual journey and I did candle magic, I was only like, oh my gosh, maybe like 3 months in or something, and I did candle magic, and I burned some like chakra candles. So I remember I had like, I think red, orange, and yellow for like the lower chakras. And after I had burned my red candle and it went all the way down, I think I had wrote on my candle like, my root chakra is healed, blank, blank. And when it was done, the candle was black. Like, not the whole thing, but like the top part, like the top half of the candle was mostly of the glass, right? Once it was done burning, it was black. So you will be able to know how your spell is really working, right? So it's like, look at that and it will really tell you. When I burn candles now, my glass usually comes back clear because I'm doing the inner work, right? To know that I deserve the things that I'm manifesting. So usually my candles burn clear. But if I get a candle back and I have some type of resistance, then I know that there's more work that needs to be done before I'm able to receive this manifestation. Also want to make sure that you don't blow out your candle. Now, this is how I feel about it, and you may have another witch, okay, who tells you something else. Me personally, I do not blow out my candles ever, okay? This type of candle, okay, takes about 3 hours to burn down. So just try to do it when you have 3 hours and you can, you know, be there to actually look at it, just because this type of candle is not in any like glass. So I feel like it's a little bit more dangerous. But when you have this type of candle that's completely surrounded by glass, it's meant to burn for a long period of time. I leave mine burning even when I leave the house. That's me, okay? You do what you need to do. Now, what I will say is keep it away from children. Keep it away from animals. And if when you leave the house, sometimes what I'll also do when I leave the house is get a pan or like a bowl or a bin, or you can put it in the bathtub or in the kitchen sink. You can fill the kitchen sink up or the tub up with a little bit of water. You can get a pot. You can also get, y'all know, like those big silver pans that people use when they're like catering stuff that they put food in. You can get that and fill that up with water and sit your candle in it. That way, if the candle falls over, it's gonna fall right into the water, no problems, right? That's what I would recommend doing. That's what I do when I leave the house for a long period of time. I will put my candle in something surrounded by water so that in the event something does happen and it falls over for whatever reason, you're good. Now, some people will tell you, blow it out and just relight it when you get back. I personally do not recommend that. Now, another thing that I have heard is snuffing the candle, right? So if you have the little candle snuffer that you can put on it, I have heard that that halts the spell, right? Because when you blow something, you're blowing it out. It's done, right? So you've stopped the magic. The magic is done. Magic is done. You blew it out. It's over. The spell is complete, right? If you blew out the candle. So I personally would never recommend that you blow it out. Either do what I said and like sit it in the water, or get the candle snuffer and halt the spell. It's really, really all about what you believe. Every witch that you meet, and you might not even be a witch if you're doing this. Maybe you just like, you know, getting on your spiritual journey and you just want to get started or whatever. But you know, when you get started doing this, what do you believe is happening? Okay, that's the most important thing. What do you believe? What is your intention behind what you were doing? Last thing that I want to talk about is when to do candle magic. Okay, so it is up to you when you want to perform your candle magic. You can work with the light energy during the day. You can work with the dark energy at night. You can work with the moon cycles. You can manifest on the new moon, and the day after the full moon, you can start to release, right? You can manifest between the new moon and the waxing moon and the day of the full moon. And then the day after the full moon, you want to start doing releasing work along with the waning moon, etc. You can work with the moon cycles. You can also work with the days of the week. Every day of the week is ruled by a different planet. So Fridays are really good for love spells, beauty spells, you know, romance, calling in people to you, your soulmate, etc., because Fridays are ruled by Venus, okay? If you want to do like a money spell or a career success spell, try doing it on Thursdays. Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter, planet of expansion, okay? So, you know, look into that and see how you want to do your candle magic. Do whatever works for you. I think those are pretty much all of the things I wanted to cover about candle magic. I am going to have a video coming where I actually do candle magic for a success spell, like right in front of you. You guys will literally be able to see me like doing my herbs, cleansing my space, writing my intentions, all that kind of stuff on the candle. I also did not mention, but you can use like tarot cards, you can use crystals, all that kind of stuff when you're getting your candle together, whatever correlates to what you're working on. So you would want to get crystals that correlate to a love spell if you're working on a love spell. You get me? Tarot cards that correlate with, you know, a love spell if you're doing a love spell, like maybe use the 10 of Cups if you're trying to call in your life partner, because 10 of Cups is all about like fairy tale endings, right? So you can do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel called to do. You can try out different things. You don't have to do your candle magic the same way every single time. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be it for today's video, girl. If you have any questions about anything, you have comments, concerns, whatever, put them in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to get back to you guys. If you have any other like witch related type of videos that you guys want to see, comment those down below as well. And that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.